Fáilte Rómha Culture, you're welcome indeed to another edition of the programme. Well, this week we are here at the Courthouse on the Mall in Castlebar for the official launch of Mayo Day and Home to Mayo 2022, which is part of the Global Irish Festival Series, a joint initiative between Fáilte Ireland, the Department of Foreign Affairs and Mayo.ie.
Mayo Day, big celebration in our calendar. 7th year in existence. We've had remote Mayo Days in the past few years with the COVID, and once more it's an opportunity to reach out to the Mayo diaspora, the local Mayo community, and to celebrate all things Mayo. Then we have our Home to Mayo calendar events, so Mayo.ie, Home to Mayo, and there we have a huge calendar of events that are happening in County Mayo, everything from heritage events, cultural events, genealogy, food expos. So every weekend there's something on all over this county, and we're immensely proud of the organisations who've taken up the mantle of promoting Mayo this month. And we've travelled around the United States and UK promoting Home to Mayo with delegations that have gone out there, and we've got a fantastic response. And it's always good to reach out to our diaspora, reconnect with them, reinvigorate those links. And as you know, we met some great people in Chicago, New York, and everywhere else, and it's important to them, and it's important to us. So yeah, really looking forward to the month that's ahead of us.
And trying to get in all the different events that are happening. As Coherent, everybody will be wanting you to be at their events. It's going to be difficult.
It's going to. The schedule is pretty hectic. It's been a hectic schedule today. This is my third event today. I have a couple of events tomorrow, and the bank holiday weekend will probably be at a few different locations in Mayo. And look, you only get this job once in a lifetime. You have it for a year. I don't mind the imposition. It's fantastic to be able to celebrate something having been locked up for COVID for 2 years.
We've been behind Mayo Day from its inception. Great idea. Mayo Association in Dublin, I think it's about 3-4 years ago, had a huge night in Belmullet supporting and celebrating Mayo Day, which was one of the best Mayo World conventions we ever had, and it was an absolute stunner of a night. So we're delighted to be back. What better than you can have this evening? Sun shining here in Castlebar. It's wonderful, and it's great to see another Mayo Day.
And Home to Mayo, this new initiative now, very much the council behind this initiative. A great idea to get people back home during the month of May into County Mayo.
No question about it, Henry. The amount of Mayo people all over the world that, love to talk about Mayo and want to be part of Mayo, it's just incredible. Like, I was in Chicago there not so long ago, and to hear them talking about Mayo as if they never left it. It's in our DNA. Once we leave Mayo, we never leave Mayo behind us. It's always with us, no matter where we go. We stick with it, and whether it's Dublin, London, Chicago, New York, no matter where it is, it's the same story. You're once born in Mayo, you're a Mayo person, and you've got to stick with it and support it.
Michael, welcome back to your home place of Castlebar. This, I believe, used to be your garden.
It was the front garden. This is where we played on evenings like this, which was really an amazing place to have, really. And I suppose it's the lungs of Castlebar. It's right in the centre of Castlebar. It used to be Lord Lucan's cricket pitch. So it's great to be back here. House I was born in is just over there. So.
And do you get a chance to come down often, Michael?
I did, certainly, while my mother was alive. Not so often now, and of course lockdown has prevented us going here. I was thinking it must be at least 2.5 years since I was here before. I still have 2 brothers in the town, so I visit them, of course.
And you're saying a few words at the launch of Home to Mayo this evening, and indeed Mayo.
I am indeed. What Mayo means to me, and how the geography and iconography of Mayo has permeated my work, and how the the people, the neighbours, and of course my mother and father influenced me, influenced my character, and essentially set me on the broadcasting track, as it were. Certainly one of the things I'm going to say in there this evening is that the greatest gift, the greatest legacy I've received from my Mayo heritage is the Mayo accent, which I still have. Mind you, I had to refine it a little, not as much as some of the other people who were on that first broadcasting course, but it has stood me in such extraordinary good stead. So I'm going to talk on that this evening and maybe recite a few of my poems. Yeah.
Good. And do you miss the broadcasting, Michael?
Well, I keep the hand in. Every Tuesday I do a stint with Dahi and Maura in Cork on the Today Show, the afternoon RTE Today Show. So it's good to keep the hand in on that, and it's an extremely enjoyable gig to do, I must say. Yeah.
Well, look, I'm delighted to see you back in your hometown, Castlebar, and enjoy the evening ahead.
Thanks very much, Henry. Thank you. Appreciate it. I am a Mayo man, born and bred. I have the character of a Mayo native who hails from the plain of the yew trees. Today I have renewed my yew tree roots. Today I have reclaimed my Mayo heritage. These are my people. This is my place. Today I have come home to Mayo. Thank you.
I would have been very lucky through my time with Mayo that we went on a lot of trips away, places. We were all over America, places like South Africa, Dubai, even training camps in Portugal, and obviously playing big games in London, New York as well. And no matter where we went, no matter where it was in the world, we always met Mayo people that were living there, and always spoke to us, I suppose, about their pride of being from Mayo, and the connection they had with Mayo, and the connection they felt through watching the Mayo football team with Mayo, and the pride they had in that. And it was certainly something that we would have noticed a lot over the years, and something we would have taken note of. And definitely when we were going into games, we would have definitely mentioned about that, the responsibility we had of representing the people both home and abroad.
And how did that make you feel when you were abroad like that and have all the fans behind you from all these parts of the world, some of them you've probably never seen in your lifetime?
Oh yeah, absolutely, and it just never ceased to amaze me. Like I said, no matter where we went, there was always someone there ready to greet us. If we were in South Africa or Dubai, just willing to do whatever we could for us. And it was the same when we were here in Mayo and we were doing training camps in Mayo. If we're in Belmullet, it was the exact same thing. It was just that general goodwill that Mayo people felt towards us and felt towards the Mayo senior football team, and I think just transpired. And like we said, we were trying to repay them when we hit the pitch. That was the only way we could do that and try to represent what we felt they deserved.
And you'll be saying a few words this evening at the launch of Home to Mayo and Mayo Day about your experiences, particularly with the diaspora.
Yeah, absolutely. And like I said, we owed so much to them down through the years. Like I said, the support we got, and people travelling home from games from all over the world, making huge efforts to be there for us for game day. And we're going to talk a few words on that tonight, definitely.
Yeah, and it's great that I presume a lot of people will be coming home to Mayo this month of May now as well, and taking in a couple of games as well.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And look, at after last Sunday, we're into the qualifiers now, but definitely be getting a couple of games in, I'm sure, over the next month. And I'm sure it's a huge event for us here at home, and it's a huge event for Mayo people worldwide. It's a super initiative that started a couple of years ago, and I think it's only getting stronger and stronger. I think we saw in 2019 there just the pride we saw when we were all out in New York for Mayo Day, and it coincided with our game out in New York, and we pretty much took over New York City for the weekend, which only probably Mayo people could do. So yeah, I think it means a lot, especially as the Mayo community, as you said, living abroad and trying to get home and even do events wherever they're based all over the world.
Well, look, enjoy the evening, Colin.
Yeah, thanks very much.
Our next speaker, Patrick Cassidy, is a renowned Irish orchestral, choral and film score composer, born in Claremorris, County Mayo, but now living in the west coast of the United States in Los Angeles. Patrick first came to prominence with the release of The Children of Lir, the first major symphonic work written in the Irish language. It was recorded by the London Symphony Orchestra and the Talis Choir, and it remained #1 in the Irish classical charts for over a year. Patrick has worked in many formats, including TV, opera and film, over his career. We're particularly delighted that the Patrick Cassidy Summer School, taking place over this weekend in Claremorris, is part of the Home to Mayo programme, with participants attending from a variety of locations. We're delighted to have you here this evening, Patrick. We know you have a big gig ahead in the next hour or so, but we'd be delighted to have you say a few words to the audience. Thanks.
Well, first of all, thank you for playing the harp beautifully. Absolutely lovely. So it's lovely to be home in Mayo for Mayo Day, and I live in Los Angeles where I work as a composer. But I'm back in my native Claremorris tonight for a concert. The concert will feature the Limerick School of Music Orchestra and the Minute Choir, and also some other soloists, some other artists. And I've always been a very proud Mayo man. And later on tonight we have this concert, and then tomorrow there is a workshop on film composition for movies, and that should be of interest to people, well, who are music students, but also to people who are just fans of movies and fans of, particularly of film composition. So I better be getting back to Claremorris for the concert in the next half an hour, but up Mayo.
It's been such a success. I think many counties look with envy at Mayo Day and the whole concept and how it engages people in Mayo and engages the diaspora. And of course this year it's an even more special year because we have the Home to Mayo for the whole month of May. So it's really, I'm delighted to be here on this occasion, but it's a really, I suppose, unique concept, and it's going to be a really great month for Mayo, and we're looking forward to welcoming many people to Mayo from other parts of Ireland and from abroad over the course of the month.
You're a great supporter of the diaspora as well. I know it's something that is very close to you. You like to see the diaspora being involved in projects like this in the county.
Absolutely, and look at I've known many Mayo people, in all of the areas I've worked, over many years, and I really understand that connection that Mayo people have with their county. I think it's quite unique. It's every person has a connection with their county, but I think there's something special in terms of how Mayo people relate to their place. And I did have the opportunity to visit the United States in the last couple of months, and it was amazing, the connection that was there. And the number of people who said they were coming to Mayo at some stage this year, maybe not in May, but throughout the year. And I think it's really fantastic to see that, really to see people, paying so much attention to what's going on here in Mayo on a continuous basis. And we look forward to welcoming them over the coming months.
After 2 years of not being able to gather, we can finally come together, gather as Mayo people in the county town to celebrate Mayo Day 2022. We're thrilled, delighted, fantastic programme of events for tomorrow all around the county, and indeed there are events all through the town, food, fun, activities, music. It's going to be a great day.
And Mayo Day has been a great success story over the last number of years, even allowing for the pandemic and that. It's been a great success story, so much so that it even won a gold award.
That's right, Henry. Over 8 years, the Mayo Day concept has built and grown, and when COVID struck, we weren't really sure where we could take it. Our first COVID year, 2020, we had an online event and had global contributors from all parts of the country, of the globe. Last year, we collaborated with TG Cahir to produce an hour-long programme called Our Bubble, Our People, which won a gold award at the Lama Awards, the Community and County Council Awards last year. So we were very, very proud and thrilled to have been able to continue the good work of Mayo Day.
Now, Home to Mayo, this is a great new initiative as well. It'll have an exciting month of events there. This could be another great success story for Mayo.
I believe it will. We have been very successful. We were one of the counties chosen for the Global Irish Festival Series, a collaboration between Fáilte Ireland and the Department of Foreign Affairs. And what we have put together for the month of May is a whole series of events, festivals, cultural events and gatherings across all our towns and villages in County Mayo. Huge programme of events, and I would advise anybody to log on to the Mayo.ie website, go to the page and see what's on. There's something every day, every weekend, and something for everyone.
And finally, of course, you got a tremendous endorsement here this evening from a very famous emigrant from the county as well, to launch Mayo Day and Home to Mayo.
That's it. We were thrilled and delighted this morning, literally this morning, to get a beautiful correspondence from Joe Biden, the President of the US, wishing us well for Mayo Day and extending his good wishes and beautiful words to all the people of Mayo, home and abroad, and indeed those who call Mayo the place that shaped them, even though they may never ever have actually set foot in the county. So we were thrilled and very touched, and we hope we'll see him in person maybe in the years to come.
It was a great honour to be here this evening to talk about the Home to Mayo series and Home to Mayo, and it's part of the Global Irish series that Fáilte Ireland and the Department of the Foreign Affairs came together in collaboration with the local authorities in County Donegal, Kerry, Limerick and Mayo. And so this evening was the inaugural of that series being launched here today. And so it's fabulous. I mean, you know, people from all over the country and all over the world love to have their ancestors and go back generations, and they're very proud of that. So it's great for tourism and for visitors coming back to visit Ireland at all times of the year, and bringing their families to see where they came from and where their history and their culture came from. So it's always, the diaspora is so important to Irish tourism.
And Fáilte Ireland very much involved in promoting this concept in your own role as well, and as manager of the Wild Atlantic Way and being involved for Fáilte Ireland. Seems like an exciting job.
It's a great job, yes, indeed. But, you know, I suppose really all of this came out of the gathering that happened back in 2013, and the strength of that and the number of people that came back and responded to that call to come back to Ireland and support tourism and help the economy build after our last recession, you know. So there was momentum out of that, and I suppose really rather than doing the same thing again, you know, this Global Irish series came out of that. But to answer your question about the Wild Atlantic Way, yeah, I have to say it's one of the best jobs in the world. The Wild Atlantic Way is the longest defined coastal touring route in the world. It's 2,500 kilometres long. It starts in Donegal and goes all the way down to Kinsale in Kerry, and it's just fabulous. I mean, it's just so interesting. There's so many, it's the scenery that really resonates with people, but you know, it's a way, it's not a strip of tarmac that you need to do as fast as you can. We want people to slow down and stay the night and engage with the communities and eat and, you know, go and visit the pubs and the music and so on. But it's also the Irish way of life. It's, you know, the way people live, the way we live in our coastal communities, farmers, fishermen, the islands, you know, it's just a lot. So we always say you need to come back many, many times to see the Wild Atlantic Way. It's not just a once-off holiday. So we're very, very lucky. We've got a huge number of visitors come in, and they spend a lot of money and stay a long time. So, you know, we've been building on that. The last 2 years has been difficult. However, the domestic visitor has gone to see the Wild Atlantic Way. It was the open beaches, the wide open spaces, the fresh air, really, I think people were looking for. So they discovered a lot about Ireland and about the Wild Atlantic Way, and we hope they'll continue to do that and take a short break in Ireland and maybe go and get the sun as well.
I live in Claremorris and I go to dance school with the Turley Duggan Academy, and I go to school for Barnacarn National School.
And do you remember the first prize you ever got for dancing?
Yeah.
What was it?
It was a medal.
And was that for local fest?
Yeah.
And you've done a lot since that. Tell me about some of the awards that you've won since that.
I've won the Connachts, I've won the British Nationals, I've came third in Ireland, and I've came fourth in the world.
And it must have been very exciting. The World Championships were held in Belfast.
Yeah.
And to come fourth in the world, how does that feel?
Amazing.
And are you getting a lot of congratulations from people?
Yeah.
And tell me about this trophy you got now.
I got this for fourth in the world.
Yeah, you're very proud of that, aren't you?
Yeah.
And your mum and dad are very proud of you
Yeah.
as well. So what's going to be the next challenge for you now?
Well, the next one is the Irish Nationals, and they're at the end of June.
And you're looking forward to that?
Yeah.
Great. Well, listen, congratulations. And you did lovely Irish dancing here for the guests. Did you enjoy that?
Yeah.
Great. Well, congratulations once again.
Thank you.
Martina, very successful launch for both Mayo Day and Home to Mayo.
Absolutely, Henry. It was fantastic to gather everyone together for the first time in 2 years of Mayo Day. And of course, the launch this evening was very much launching Mayo Day 2022, but also the Home to Mayo Festival series, which will see the whole month of May in County Mayo taking up with events. And I suppose the key objective of that over the last year for us in terms of promotion has been inviting and encouraging our Mayo diaspora right around the world to come to Mayo in May. So yes, we launched it this evening, a wonderful turnout of our elected members, of event organisers right around the county who are looking forward to their events over the month of May. A lovely lineup of speakers that really, I suppose, nodded to their connection to Mayo and what been from Mayo and Home to Mayo means to them. And I think the mix of speakers really blended well and set the scene for what's a fantastic day of events tomorrow and a fantastic month of events over the next 4 weeks.
And of course, what people don't realise, the amount of planning that goes into events like this. Your department there very much at the forefront in planning this Mayo Day and the Home to Mayo. The amount of events that are happening, it takes some planning.
Sure. It does indeed take planning, and absolutely I would acknowledge the work of a small team in the communications department, along with many other functions that they have to fulfil. But I suppose Mayo Day now in its 8th year, there's a great sense of enthusiasm and passion for the project, and it does take a lot of time. And while there's a very small team in the communications department, there's great support from right around the organisation and indeed the wider community. Mayo Day definitely has, been, I suppose, moved into the wider community sphere, and our local media, everyone gets behind Mayo Day because I suppose they've seen the great reach that it's had, how popular it is, and it's very simple. It's a very basic concept, but it's very unique, and that pride and passion of Mayo people is going nowhere. It's been there, and the planning and organising, yes, it takes some time, but look, it's what we do, and I'm delighted that fantastic work has gone into 2022, and people can be assured of a great day of entertainment and activities tomorrow right around the county town in all parts of the town.
Our thanks to Martina Hughes and all the team at Mayo County Council. And a reminder that next week we'll be bringing you highlights of Mayo Day from Castlebar with live music, food village, crafts, water sports, vintage cars, exhibitions, fireworks and lots more. So until then, slán go fóill.